This video will show you how to complete page 16, numbers 67 through 70 out of your math book.
In previous lessons, you created expressions to help Cecil cross a tightrope. For example, when the tightrope was 16 feet long, you could have written an expression such as 7 plus 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 a negative 5 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 plus a negative 5. When a calculation involves adding the same number over and over, as this one does, is there a shorter way to write the expression? Today, you will consider this as you continue to write and simplify expressions. So, I want us to start with just that first problem right up here, this first example. A faster way to write this would be, we got to just count how many 7s there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8 7s. So we can go 8 times 7 plus, now let's count how many negative 5s there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 negative 5s. Okay? So I know that 8 times 7 is 56 plus 8 times a negative 5 is a negative 40. So 56 plus a negative 40 is 16. Okay? Here's another, here's the first problem that was assigned. Cecil, the tightrope walker, introduced in problem 31, still needs your help. He wants to cross a rope that's 6 feet long. Having only the lengths of 5 and 8 feet, find at least 2 ways Cecil can move to reach the end of the rope at the ladder. Okay, for each solution, draw a diagram and write an expression. So with this particular problem, I want you to recall that length is always going to be positive. Okay, so that's why right here we have a positive 5 and a positive 8, because length is always going to be positive. Numbers that you are able to use when you're calculating the expression for this could also include negative 5 and negative 8. They just provided us these positive lengths. But remember, the plus and the minus in front of the numbers indicates the direction on the number line. Okay? So we had come up with 8 plus 8 plus a negative 5 plus a negative 5. Okay? So this would mean that Cecil would move to the right 8 units, more, and then back 5 and back 5. And if this length was 6, that works right here, okay? So basically, went to the right 8 plus 8, and then to the left 5 and 5. And a faster way to represent this exact same equation, it's an equation because I added the equal sign right there. Right there is the expression. A faster way to write that expression would look like this. Okay? There's 2 8s right there, so 2 times 8 plus 2 negative 5s added together. 2 times 8 is 16. 2 times a negative 5 is negative 10. 16 plus a negative 10 is a positive 6. Okay? So you might have noticed how I said that they turn into an equation. The directions say we have to write 2 expressions. So really all you had to write is this. That's an expression. But when you put that equal sign right there, that makes it an equation. And we'll talk more about this later. But when you have an equation, you want both sides of the equal sign to have an equal amount, okay? Next problem. Cecil moved across the rope as shown at the right. Show 2 ways to represent his movement with number expressions. Do both ways get him the same endpoint? So here is the tightrope starting at point A to point B. It looks like he went to the right 6 units and then 6 units and then 6 units and then 6 units. And we are supposed to show 2 ways to represent that movement. So here's one way, 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. And a faster way to possibly write it would be 4 times 6, okay? And yes, both ways do get him to the same endpoint. Cecil is now so good at crossing the tightrope that he can make a leap of 7 feet at a time. He crossed the rope in these leaps as shown below. Record his movements 2 ways. Which way is easier to record? All right, so I kind of ran out of room right here, but you'll see that Cecil went to the right 7 units, and 7 units, and 7 units, and 7 units, and 7 units. And this is one way we can write it, 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7, which would equal 35. Or a faster way could be adding those 5 groups of 7 right there. Which way is easier to record? Well, for me personally, it would probably be this way. But really, that's kind of your own opinion. All right. When adding the same number several times, multiplication can help. For example, if the tightrope walker moves to the right 3 feet, 3 feet, 3 feet, and then 3 feet, it's shorter to write 4 times 3 instead of 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. Note that the parentheses are another way to show multiplication, okay? Like I've shown you in class in the notes. Use multiplication to write this right here. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. Sorry. There's 5 groups of 5 times that we're adding 2 together. So I would represent it like this, okay? You could have also represented it like this, or you could have done like this, okay? But you're going to see now that you're older, you're often going to see multiplication represented with a number directly next to parentheses, and that means multiplication, okay? Have a good day. Bye.